Hello everyone, back again with another update video for you on my Mounjaro weight loss journey. This is my fifth video, and obviously it usually goes on a Sunday, but I was a little bit busy yesterday, so here we go, Monday afternoon. So last week obviously was my second week on the 10 dosage. If you can hear a cat munching, it's Dexter. No, he hasn't had the courage to come and join me on a video yet, but that probably will happen one day, so brace yourselves. Anyway, so second week on Mounjaro, and obviously the previous week I hit my 2 stone, went over it. I'm so pleased to tell everybody that last week I lost 3.5 pounds. I'm absolutely over the moon. It's one of my best results. And I didn't really change much, to be honest. I have to say, while being on 10, the dosage of 10, it's really took away those hunger things in your head, and I think I've just really tried to stick to it a little bit more like glue, and really watch what I'm eating. And my partner as well, she's done fantastic. She lost 4 pounds last week, and she's absolutely smashing it. We're both really over the moon, between us. So losing over half a stone is fantastic, and it vindicates the decision to do this. Going back to my very first video when I was saying, I want to try and help people make that decision. And you've got two people who diagnosed as diabetic, and wanted to try and find something that was going to help them, especially take away those snack cravings, and this has really helped. There's still a long way to go. I'm still not happy with the person I am in this body, but I'm feeling happier. And I just want to go into a couple of stories. In this video, this is more of another personal video, but it's really difficult to to explain how where I was before I started this journey. But I'll try. So obviously I turned 40 in December, and getting on the scales in December, I was, the heaviest I've ever been, and it started to affect my mental health, in a way where it's never really affected us before. And I'm talking scared to when I was going in the office, because I work in the office 3 days a week. I work from home 2 days a week. Obviously, as everyone knows, I've got two jobs. Um, it got to the point where I was scared to even wear a pair of jeans, because all my clothes were starting to not fit. Um, if we had a family gathering, I was starting to get anxiety about going, and I've never been like that ever. I'm not like the life and soul of a party or nothing like that, but I've always been, sociable, and I've never been scared of an environment like that before. But yeah, for my 40th, we had a few things. Obviously, we had the week off, and then the week after my 40th, which was on the 4th of December, I was planning on going to Benidorm with a couple of mates, to celebrate my 40th. And I have to be brutally honest. I mean, one of my mates who I went with, you might see this video. This is the first time he's probably hearing this, but I was very close to pulling out a few days earlier, purely because I felt like I couldn't go. I felt like I didn't want people to see how big I was, and I didn't want to be ridiculed. And I've never felt like that in my head ever. And it was those, horrible voices in your head saying, "No, you're not good enough for people. You're a fat waste of space," and all this sort of thing. That's how I felt. Um, but I didn't. I didn't bottle going. I plucked up the courage. I had I had a talking to from my missus, and her parents. Said, "Go on. You'd regret not going," and I would have. And I'm really pleased I went, and I ended up having a really good time. Um, but I just wanted to touch on, some more reasons as to why we started this journey. Obviously, the diabetes is the main thing, but I just want to share how I felt, obviously, December, January this last year, this year, and then how I feel now. And it's so different. I feel confident. And another little story is, we when it's half term, we always try and plan a trip to the Metro Centre, which, if anyone doesn't know what the Metro Centre is, it's like a shopping mall in the northeast of England. Now, I'm based in Redcar, so it's not, like a case of, we can just walk there. It's about an hour's drive. Anyway, we always plan on going with the Ben because she loves it in half term. And we went a couple of Fridays ago, obviously during the last half term, and my missus turned around and said, she says, "You know what it is?" She says, "I noticed a difference in you straight away today." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "You're not grouchy. You're having a good laugh and everything. It's obvious that you're feeling happier in yourself, and compared to the last time we went, which would have been in February, when I was just starting my journey, it really resonated in my head, and I thought, I'm not normally a grumpy person or easily grumpy, but I must have been insufferable at some points without even realizing it. And I just thought to myself, I thought, I didn't want to be like that with anybody, especially loved ones and things like that. And unfortunately, you find yourself being like that. So what I'm trying to say is if you are in that situation and you're not sure what to do, and you feel like you're struggling, you want to lose weight, but you're not sure. There's so many people. Look at the comments on my videos. Go and have a look at their channels. They're all giving the same tips and advice, and honestly, it's been a life changer. And I'm not even anywhere near the end of my journey. I'm only at the start. And I'm, like I say, I'm now looking at that 2.5 stone, thinking I'm going to get you next week. You know what I mean? And then I'm going on holiday at the end of July, and I'm really hoping that I can. I'm focused that I can get another bit of weight off, and feel a lot happier. But I just wanted to be another update on this video, and I just wanted to share a little story about my mental health, and how that's improving through Manjaro, not just my health, obviously, body wise. But thanks very much, everybody, your support and all of your comments and likes on the videos. It's honestly, it means the world to us. And please just, continue to offer advice and tell me where you are in your story in this video. But thanks very much again. This is Robert, or Bobster 1984. And until next week, I'll see you all again later.